Happy Friday, folks. Another busy week of tech this week, kicking off with NVIDIA announcing their newest DLSS 5. NVIDIA claims this is their biggest breakthrough since the release of ray tracing in 2018, with CEO Jensen Huang claiming DLSS 5 is the GPT moment for graphics. The company claims this highly AI-driven approach is the only way to achieve photorealistic graphics in games, and a number of developers have already announced support for the tech, releasing later this year. These include Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil Requiem, and EA Sports FC. Gamers and critics are not sold, however, with lots of comments about AI slop and ruining the creative vision being levied in posts and articles about the new feature. When presented with these comments, Huang claims that the critics are completely wrong and that DLSS 5 fuses controllability of the geometry and the textures and everything about the game with generative AI. Whether this difference actually matters to gamers remains to be seen, and we'll see whether anyone actually turns this on or if this becomes another fake frames situation. NVIDIA hasn't yet announced which hardware will get DLSS 5, but given that it launches this year, and we aren't expecting any next-gen hardware this year, presumably it will run on latest-gen hardware at the least. We'll be back in the fall to give you a full review. Get subscribed so you don't miss it. Instagram is removing end-to-end encryption from its DMs starting in May. Meta claims that it's being removed due to low uptake of the feature, but it has been opt-in by default since launch. I, for one, only found out this existed this week due to the announcement that it's being removed. Meta's other chat platforms, WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, both offer end-to-end encryption, which is on by default, so the choice to make this opt-in and remove it now feels pretty strange in their product lineup. Critics claim this is a win, citing child safety and terrorism concerns, highlighting the need to be able to scan messages for harmful content and protect young people. The privacy versus online safety debate has long raged, and this is just another beat in that ongoing back and forth. Others point out that by removing the end-to-end encryption, Meta opens up the ability to scan message content for keywords for the targeting of ads. Something which I think we can all agree sounds exactly like something Meta would do. Only time will tell. In other Meta news, the company announced on Wednesday that it would be shutting down its Meta Horizon Worlds VR platform, transitioning it into a mobile-only experience. Meta stated that the apps would be removed from its Quest store at the end of the month, and fully removed from headsets on June 15th. The company then U-turned on Thursday, announcing that they would keep the platform running, stating, "We have decided, just today in fact, that we will keep Horizon Worlds working in VR for existing games to support the fans who've reached out." While the budget for Horizon Worlds specifically is not known, Meta's Reality Labs has lost over $80 billion in its 5-year run, with estimates putting the peak monthly users in 2022 at just 300,000 people, and recent observations seeing less than 1,000 daily users. It's not difficult to see why Meta might be trying to deprioritize the platform, but flip-flopping on its future is unlikely to inspire the confidence in potential users. The Steam Spring Sale started yesterday, letting many gamers know that yes, March 20th is the first day of spring for the Northern Hemisphere in 2026. As is typical of Valve's seasonal sales, lots of games are discounted and offers are available for 1 week. Valve had previously teased discounts for the Resident Evil 3 remake and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, but I can also see that almost my entire Steam wishlist is available for a discount price. The sale coincided with the launch of Death Stranding 2 on PC, and while the sequel isn't on sale, the first edition can be had for 65% off. Notably absent is the new Valve hardware, with some speculating that the Steam Machine, frame and controller could launch at the same time as the sale, but it appears we still have a while longer to wait before the new hardware drops. Don't forget to check out the sale and grab some of your wishlist games while they're cheap. I'm going to take a really quick second right here to ask you to please like, comment and subscribe. It really helps signal to YouTube that this is a good video and it should show it to more people. We're still in the very early stages and we're trying to grow, so that would help us out a ton. Thank you. The Sims 4 launched its online marketplace this week, bringing new microtransaction options to the game. The Sims Maker program allows creators to submit their custom content to the game, and according to gamesindustry.biz, they'll receive 30% of the revenue. Users can buy the digital currency Moolah and use it to buy any of the first packs launched from selected creators. 200 Moolah starts at $2.49, with 5,500 coming in at $49.99. Of this first wave of marketplace options, Prices vary between 200 and 500 moolah per pack, depending on the amount of content. Players aren't happy, however, with the recent update launching the store breaking custom content for a lot of players. Players were previously able to download and mod in all sorts of custom content for free, but according to posts on X, it's seemingly broken today. Sentiment seems generally negative, with many users highlighting the ability for PC users to just download free mods as they always have, and that this seems to be a cash grab by EA. Users also highlight the low revenue split, highlighting that users can just donate directly to the creator without giving EA a 70% cut. A gaming CEO is in hot water this week after using ChatGPT to try to figure out how to avoid paying a $250 million bonus to Subnautica 2's Unknown Worlds CEO. Back in 2021, KRAFTON, the publisher of PUBG, acquired Unknown Worlds for $500 million, with the agreement that the CEO and co-founders would remain in their roles, the company would remain independent, and a $250 million bonus would be up for grabs if sales targets were reached. KRAFTON CEO, Changhan Kim, spooked by the projections that this target was going to be hit, tried to renegotiate the terms or take over the studio. After warning from in-house execs that it would be difficult and risky to remove the bonus obligation after the fact, Kim pushed forward and turned to ChatGPT for help drafting a takeover plan. The LLM reiterated concerns about the difficulty of exiting the contract, but Kim continued to push it to come up with a solution, which was dubbed Project X. The CEO and co-founders were then fired with cause per the AI instructions, and shortly after a lawsuit was filed for wrongful dismissal. This week, a Delaware judge agreed that the dismissals were unlawful and ruled that the CEO and co-founders be reinstated with the bonus eligibility period extended to account for the disruption. More litigation is still pending, but this is a big win for the indie studio. Mozilla is adding a built-in VPN to Firefox in version 149. You'll need a Mozilla account to make use of the feature, and you'll be subject to a 50 GB per month limit. The VPN will only route traffic from within the browser, not from within the OS as a whole, so it's basically a proxy, but it's hard to be picky when it's free. Mozilla preempted comments about if it's free you're the product by stating it's built from our data principles and commitment to be the world's most trusted browser. Mozilla does offer a paid VPN in partnership with Mullvad, but this tier is entirely hosted on the Mozilla infrastructure, likely with an upsell to the paid tier if you hit your 50 gig limit. It should start rolling out to users in the UK, US, France, and Germany from next week. Finally, Amazon rolled out its Alexa Plus feature in the UK on Thursday, bringing richer speech integration to the Echo lineup. While the feature launched in early February in the US, the UK is the first European country to get access to the generative AI feature. Amazon claims the update is genuinely British, understanding when users say they're knackered, or telling you that you're taking the mickey. This comes as Apple is still waiting to launch their Better Siri at some point in 2026, and Google's Gemini for home hardware hasn't had a refresh for a while. I personally know a few folks with Echo devices, and I'll be interested to hear their feedback in a few months. Access to the feature will be £20 a month, or available for free as part of a Prime subscription, which is currently £95 per year. That's all from me this week. Hit like, get subscribed, and we'll see you next week for another dose of tech news. Have a great day.